place that I wanted to do a show and tell on. If they were in the States, I would do them when I was visiting my parents in the basement. For example, the first video that I ever posted here was, I think I called it Japanese Color Combinations, and it's really a flip through of this Japanese book called A Dictionary of Color Combinations, a dictionary of colors. I have it right here. Let me see. Yeah, a dictionary of color combinations. So I would film a batch when I was with my parents visiting, and then post them over time on my channel. I was friends then with other channels who were small creators like me, who had like under 1,000 subscribers, like Viscaria ASMR and Bread and Butter ASMR, who I think has deleted her channel. But they were so sweet, and we like exchanged postcards in the mail. It was really sweet and nice and kind of pen pal like. So that's how I started making them. And I started because I watched ASMR. And I watched ASMR because I was in a very stressful job. A stressful job that took up a lot of my time and wasn't really aligned with my values, but I made pretty good money, and it was I didn't feel empty broadly, but professionally I felt very empty. And I've never been one for social media, really. But I watched a lot of ASMR on YouTube, and I thought I could also make ASMR. It has helped me a lot, I thought, and I also heard stories from other people who used it to help with their own anxiety or depression or insomnia. I had some friends, or a friend or two, or a partner with insomnia, and I also had a brother-in-law with PTSD. So I was interested in giving back to a community that had given me so much. So that's where I started. And then I moved back to the States. My long-term relationship ended. I was switching careers, and I didn't know what I was doing or where I wanted to go. I moved back in with my parents for a bit. So you saw me in my apartment in the other country, and my parents' basement, and then more in my parents' basement, more like con frecuencia, more regularly in my parents' basement, because I literally lived in my parents' basement for a while, trying to figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. I visited some friends and decided on a place to move, a place to live, and so I moved there, and you saw me in an apartment around like a little before lockdown, through lockdown, an apartment where I had a roommate who was so sweet and who I'm still friends with, and we lived on a busy road too, so it's so interesting to hear those particular sounds in the background of those videos. It wasn't super busy, but there's this constant kind of like river rushing kind of really seen, or you feel really appreciated for something that's like of you, it's really magical. Like, you don't even see my whole face, but some of you have left comments that have just been so kind and open-hearted and thoughtful. And in fact, I have a space on my computer, Evernote, where I have lists of ASMR video ideas, my ASMR schedule, my Patreon schedule, my preferred lighting standards, preferred audio settings, because once I find lighting I like, I often forget it for some reason, like exactly how many clicks up was the light in that video that I thought looked good, kind of thing. So I have space for all of that, different tabs, different files. And I have one too that's just called, I don't know why I titled it this, but it's called ASMR Notes, which is ASMR notes from you, like notes from you. And in it, I have just copy-pasted every comment that has ever made my day, made me smile, made me feel seen, made me feel like what I do is helpful to someone, is worth it, is worthwhile. I copy and paste all of those notes or comments and I put them in this ASMR notes space on my computer. And sometimes when I feel like I don't know what I'm doing here, like I don't have enough time or energy to do videos as well as I want to do, or do videos, as many videos as I would like to do, or when views are really low and I feel a little down, because that happens to us all here and there. It's unavoidable, unfortunately. The algorithm is cruel. And usually that doesn't bother me, but every once in a while it will bother a person. You find something cool and you want to show it to people, or you think you have something to say about a topic, or you have a good roleplay idea or whatever, and you make it, you put your creative energy into that video, and then the views are like 1/10 of what they usually are. You can get down, you can feel bummed. That happens. It happens to us all. And when that happens, if I'm really feeling like amazing recommendations, amazing book recs, and I get so many comments too about people reading books that I have recommended and telling me how much they enjoyed it, telling me that they appreciate my taste in books, things like that, like make me want to keep talking about books here on Rambles. I feel like people will take what I say and reflect on it themselves. They will. There was a comment that was like, basically like, I don't know how to describe it, but the way you conceive of things and present it to us is so unique and always helps me think about things differently. That meant so much to me. I love to ramble. Here I am rambling. And on show and tells, people will comment like, wow, that is a really cool thing, and I never would have known about it without you making this video, without me clicking on this video. So there's just all kinds of comments. A comment too that really meant so much to me was in a ramble about offering to loan my trans friend one of my dresses because she forgot hers and she had to go to a wedding. Someone commented down below like, I wish I had a friend like you when I was transitioning, and that just made my heart swell because I love my friend so much, and I hope to be a good ally, and seeing that reflected back to me was really beautiful. So any kind of energetic exchange that we've had over any one of these 7 years, I've been making videos here as like really meant the most to me. Some of you I know by name, some of you I see like repeat commenters. You're all so lovely. I feel very lucky to be a part of this space here, this channel with you. I do believe in the world with a channel or anything else. If you're able to put your true energy out there, like your authentic self out there, the people who are for you are going to find you and stick around and pool together, and you'll find each other. I'm getting a little sappy now, but I just feel really, really grateful for the community we have here. Sometimes it seems very improbable to me, or like impossible to